Hey guys, what's going on? Hope y'all are having a good one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the video. It is greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's get into the video. I had a subscriber comment on my downshifting. I guess it seems smooth. I think it still needs work, but I just wanted to make a video showing exactly how I'm downshifting as smooth as what I am. It's pretty simple, but it's going to be easier to show in a video than it would be in text form anyway. But pretty much, like, say I'm in 6th gear just cruising right now. If I wanted to accelerate, I'd pull the clutch in, flip the throttle, downshift, and pretty much dump the clutch at the lower gear. So like if I was coming in this turn and I wanted to hit it in 4th, I'd blip it, downshift, and dump the clutch. Do it again. And just a quick blip of the throttle, it's gonna find the RPM range that it needs. You don't have to like take your time doing it or hesitate. Just, I'm literally pull the clutch in, blip the throttle, at the same time I'm hitting the shifter down, and then dumping the clutch. There's nothing special about it. So like 4th gear, I'm gonna do it slow. Pull the clutch in, blip the throttle, and at the same time you blip the throttle, shift down, dump the clutch, and you're there. And you want to hold the throttle in just a hair. You don't want to be you don't want to give it time to dump the RPM. So like if you're going slower, I'll push the clutch in, shift down, rev it up slightly, and let out of it, and then I just dump the clutch and it'll find where it wants to be. So like here, we're idle down, rev it back up, let off, and then you want to roll off the throttle slowing down. It's kind of a science, but kind of not. It's something you're just going to have to practice with in order to get better at. So just find an area where you can play with it and work from there. So like, I don't know, say I was going to slow down at this railroad track and you're kind of wanting to do it quickly, you'll just do the same motion repeatedly. So you'll just blip it down and you'll raise your RPM each time doing it. I don't know, it just took practice to get used to, but you get used to it after a while. And I've also had a lot of experience driving like standard cars before I got into the motorcycle world, so it kind of carries over as far as the fundamentals. It's just the motions that's different, really. But like, say I'm like ugging in 36 or at 36 in 6th gear, I'll just barely blip the throttle. Same thing here. Just, I'm really not even blipping the throttle if I'm on like cruising. Say I'm in 6th gear right here, I'm gonna hold my throttle at somewhat of a rev, but not let out of it, and just a quick clutch and downshift at the same time. But if you're really dumping gears, that's when you really want to rev up. If you're just trying to motion down a gear, like you're ready to downshift, like it's struggling in that higher gear, you don't really have to rev it, because if you're still applying throttle, when you push your clutch in, your RPMs are going to go up. And you don't need to go excessive if you're just downshifting to find a lower gear. If you're aggressively shifting, that's when you want to blip the throttle a little bit more. You'll see me do that more like coming up on stop signs and stuff. If I'm moving along pretty good and I don't exactly trust my brakes to pull me to a complete stop, you'll see me blip the throttle and pull down gears more rapidly, I guess is the best way to explain it. I'll do like a pull to the stop sign up here and show you what I'm talking about. If I don't drop my bike where the pavement's uneven. Actually, let's do a pull, because why not? And I know there's a stop sign up here. So I'll do like a hard downshift, but you don't want to downshift to the point that your tire's going to lock up. So I'll, like say I'm doing 68 right here. Oh, there's a stop sign. I'm coming up on it too fast. I go to hit my brakes. I'll really blip down on the throttle. Like I'm in second gear doing 35 right here. But you don't want to straight shift down and you don't want to shift straight down without rev matching, because I found out the hard way that's a good way to lock up your rear brake. Even without hitting your brake, or I'm sorry, your rear tire, even without hitting your rear brake, you're still gonna, your transmission will still lock your rear wheel up, and the ABS doesn't help you with torque braking. But the more you practice, the more of a fluent motion it'll be. To be able to, you're literally clutch, it's really 3 steps, but you're clutch in, rev and shift at the same time, clutch out. And it'll find a happy area. And it's not going to be a perfect shift every time. But the more you practice and the more you work with it, the more fluent it will be. So I would recommend just finding an area where you can like lug around in 3rd gear, maybe in a parking lot, and just practice that downshift over and over until you are comfortable with it, and then you'll be able to go from there as far as progressing. And take it from me, because I didn't know anything about riding a motorcycle other than YouTube videos when I started riding. And I'll actually get down to 1st gear without ever touching my brake. It's really simple. But I didn't know anything about riding a motorcycle other than, you know, what does what, just from watching YouTube videos. I had no experience on dirt bike or pit bike or anything like that before I actually bought my motorcycle. I'm pretty much self-taught, other than taking the safety course and learning. I mean, I only hit 2nd gear on a 125 in a parking lot at the course. So there's only so much you're going to learn from that, other than, you know, the controls and proper maneuvers and whatnot in a parking lot. But when you get a bike out on the street, it's completely different in my opinion. I recommend the safety course, but again, it's gonna be a little bit different when you're out on your own versus being at a course. But like I said, I'm pretty much self-taught or YouTube taught. I've learned a lot from negative comments on my channel, to be completely honest, or from constructive criticism at that. So all you can really do is get on your bike and really test things out on your own. That being said, I'm going to tell a story on myself. I was actually turning into a parking lot earlier today, and I've really gotten to where I'm utilizing counter steering and all that good stuff while I was turning into a parking lot. Turning right, so of course you turn left to go right. Turning left, well, I was at that mile per hour, probably like 5 or 6 miles an hour, to where the counter steer didn't really take an effect. And so I turned in and then smacked a tree to the left, because it went from going right to going left in a very slow maneuver. So that was awkward, but crap happens. But it's stuff like that. You're just gonna have to get on the bike and test out for yourself and kind of practice. Practice is all you can do. And I've put 5,200 miles on my bike since I got it. So practice goes a long ways, that's for sure. But just get out there and try it. You guys be safe, have fun, keep it between the ditches, and enjoy the weather while it's here. But until next time, I'm gonna get off here. Peace.